Howdy and welcome back. I'm Raymond Dahlman, your humble host. This is the weekly wrap-up for March 26, 2021. Hope everyone had a fantastic week. A little snowy here in Colorado, and it's snowing as I speak right now. Nothing too major, just we'll probably get another inch or so. Hope everyone had a good week and hopefully has plans for the weekend. Let's go ahead and dive into what's been going on in the economy and take a look at that. Let's start with the jobless numbers for this week. They came in at 684,000. We were forecasting 730,000. Let's take a look at the previous week. Numbers were actually revised up from 770 up to 781. Be curious to see what these numbers look like, when the revision comes in next week. But again, since the peak last year, things have kind of settled in at around 800,000 people applying for benefits each week. A number of 684 does look like some positive news. But again, looking back over the last couple of years, we're nowhere close to where we should be. Let's take a look at the U6 unemployment rate. This is basically those who are the total the percentage of the total workforce that's unemployed. Right now came in at 11.1, and let's see here. Previously that number was in the 7s and 8 percentile. So, still some work to do to get back to pre-COVID numbers, but it is certainly positive to see things heading in a downward trend. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how the markets did over this week. Here's our Dow Jones, fairly flat for the week. I mean, with the rally at the end of today, it looks like we're up a little bit. Let's take a peek at the S&P 500. Very, very similar chart. The NASDAQ, not as good of a week. Thursday and Friday, again, we did have a bit of a uptrend here at the close of the market today, but your tech stocks didn't quite do as well. Let's look at our transports. Pretty decent week for transports, and utilities was a good week also. So all in all, it looks like the indexes, as a whole, had a decent week, or was at least flat. So that is positive news. I do have a lot of worry about all the dollar creation that's been going on in the economy, but we'll see where this takes us. So, well, let's go ahead and cover some articles that I found interesting this week. This is one from it's on LouRockwell.com. The title is Evading the Dollar Trap by Thomas Luongo. And here's a quote that, a portion that really caught my eye. It says, within the Eurasian Union, consisting of the former Soviet states, trade using foreign currencies such as the dollar and the euro has dropped to around a quarter of transactions. So, with the crypto boom and with the money creation that's been going on with the central banks around the world, this is really not to be surprised. Chairman Powell of the Fed, he's not a real big fan of Bitcoin. I would assume probably because people are going to escape the dollar and use cryptos for their means of storing value. It's going to make the dollar less attractive long term. So I'll attach this article. It is certainly some interesting reading. The next is Why Americans Are So Broke. This is by Eric Peters. He's a car guy, and he's someone I've listened to on and off over the years. His focus is really on the auto industry. But in this article that he wrote, he points out the difference between cars sold here in the United States versus automobiles sold internationally, by the same companies. And here in this example, he's pointing out General Motors, which, if you're buying a truck, the Chevy Colorado is your least expensive option, and it starts at about $25,200. But GM sells a less expensive vehicle or truck in China which starts out at about $9,000. Now, the vehicle isn't going to have the bells and whistles and safety systems of cars sold here in the United States, but why is that not an option to us? For folks who are in the business of, say you're a contractor, or you do a lot of shipping goods around locally. Why aren't there more affordable means for your contractors to have a vehicle? So I'll again attach this, and again, just some food for thought for folks. Now we're going to get into some. I found these a little humorous. This article from the New York Post says that pollution is shrinking penises, claim scientists, as toxic chemicals threaten humanity. So I thought this was a little. This gave me a little bit of a chuckle, but scientists believe that the pollution in our waters is shrinking the size of men's units. It's not funny, but whether or not there is a link there, I'm really not sure. Chemicals in our food and water supply certainly aren't good for us. I would like to see the studies on this and really drill down into it. So if you do read this article, there does appear to be a 2017 study talking about sperm counts and the like. But as I said, this is just some funny reading, and I'll attach this one too for you. And then the last article that I found, I don't know if it's funny, it's more a little disturbing, is that Krispy Kreme is now offering a free donut for the rest of the year if you, every day for the rest of the year if you bring in your COVID vaccine card. So, I appreciate their enthusiasm to try and get as many people healthy as possible, but it'd probably be better if more people didn't eat donuts all the time and were probably in better physical condition. So, I see this as a bribe for the fatties out there to going, if they're reluctant to get their shot, to do so they can get their free donuts. But I'll attach this too. Like I said, it's a bit funny, and I don't know, maybe a little sad too. So, anyways, well, this was a short wrap up. Kind of a quiet week. Had a lot of meetings. Talked to a lot of clients this week. Everyone seems to be doing fairly well. So that is certainly positive news. It's always good to talk to a lot of folks and check back in with them. So if anyone has any questions, concerns, topics they want to speak to me about, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about here on my weekly videos, send in a subject. I'd be happy to do some research and do some talking on a specific subject. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend. There's more college basketball. The Cougars are playing this weekend, so go Cougs. And if any of your other teams are out there, I know Florida State's still in it, so I know that makes my wife happy. And otherwise, have a good weekend. I will talk to you Monday when I have my economic update. Have a good one. Bye-bye.